Happy New Year, all you awesome people. I'm Jeremy. Thanks for stopping by Be Terrible Movies for my review of Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu's most recent film, The Revenant. The Revenant tells the true story of fur trapper Hugh Glass, who was left for dead by his hunting party after he was mauled by a grizzly bear. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Hugh Glass, as well as Tom Hardy and Domhnall Gleeson. And all three of the central performances are stellar. There has been a lot of buzz surrounding Leonardo DiCaprio's performance, and lots of speculation, is he finally going to win the Oscar? And after seeing the movie, I say hell yes. I mean, this had to have been one of the most physically demanding and draining movies ever shot. I mean, typically they film movies in sets and sound stages. Not this one. This is all shot on location in the middle of the snow. And Iñárritu makes some really interesting stylistic choices that sets him apart from other filmmakers. If you've seen Birdman, then you're familiar with what I'm talking about. The entire movie is shot as if it was done in one take. It's been emulated, and I think he's a very influential filmmaker. There are multiple examples I can think of movies that kind of emulated that, from the hallway fight scene in Daredevil to the awesome fight scene in Creed, where they just do really long takes. It shows that not only do the actors have a really good handle on the scenes, but that the cinematographer is really good at immersing you in the action. The Revenant starts off with one of those scenes, and they happen throughout the film, but the most impressive kind of display of it is at the very beginning when the movie opens. These fur trappers are camping when all of a sudden their little camp is sieged by a tribe of Native Americans who come in there and just start taking people out. All of this happens in one shot. There's people riding horses, there's Indians firing bow and arrows and like hitting people in the legs, and other people grabbing them up and pulling them out to the boats and packing up their equipment and trying to, it's just crazy. There's so much going on without the camera ever stopping rolling. It's a technical achievement, it's freaking brilliant, and it just sets the tone for what a physical and visceral experience this movie is. Another interesting choice that was made by Iñárritu is his decision to use only natural lighting. So whether it be a campfire or the sun or, natural shadows being cast, he captures all of this using only natural lighting. Now, between the long takes, the A-list cast, and this decision to use natural lighting and put these people in such harsh conditions, it all kind of paints the picture that, yeah, he's kind of making Oscar bait. I mean, you look at the time of the year it came out, and it becomes kind of apparent. There are lots of kind of flashback scenes that happen throughout it that are a little bit pretentious. They kind of veer into that place where you're like, okay, we get what you're doing. You don't gotta go all the Doors, Jim Morrison Vision Quest on us for us to understand the situation. Aside from that, this movie just has so much to enjoy about it. Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely deserves an Oscar, but I gotta give props again to Tom Hardy. I mean, if Leonardo DiCaprio deserves the nomination for Best Actor, Hardy definitely deserves it for Best Supporting Actor with his role of Fitzgerald, who ends up being the antagonist of the film. As I said, DiCaprio's character, Glass, is left for dead by his hunting party after he's attacked by a grizzly bear. The attack itself is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in film. You feel every tooth and claw and bones crunching under the weight of this massive animal, and how they did that scene is just absolutely beyond me. Was it CG? Was it a real bear? Was it a guy in a costume? I have no idea. And that's a pretty awesome thing in today's day and age, to watch a movie and not know how the hell they did it. And I found myself in that situation of awe multiple times throughout the movie. The photography in this movie is some of the best that I've ever seen. I mean, they really capture the essence of the wilderness in the snow, in these harsh conditions, in this time when, we didn't have the same luxuries afforded to us as we do now, and you can feel that. I mean, modern medicine wasn't available. No, you can't just go to the hospital after a bear attack, and I just thought that the way that they captured the time period was awesome. This is a Western unlike any I've ever seen before, and had I have made my top 5 list after I saw The Revenant, I have a feeling it would be a slightly different list. There's so many awesome things about this movie that the couple small grievances I have seem pretty insignificant in the larger scale. This movie is a masterpiece. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving The Revenant a 9 out of 10. Do yourself a favor and watch this movie. Alright guys, that is my spoiler-free review for the movie The Revenant. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed it, make sure to click the like button. If you've seen the movie and you want to get a little bit further into it, check for the link in the description to my spoiler review. As always, keep it terrible.